Alrighty guys, good to have you back on another video of NieR Reincarnation, and today we have another standard pool costume introduced into the game, and it is Bloodless Gunman, Bloodless Dimos. The last standard pool costume was Shadowbound Argo, he was so-and-so, and before that was Abstract Udiel. And then we had Abstract Yuri, and it feels like ages, okay, that they have been released into the game. So now we have another one, and this one actually is very interesting because this Dimos is a very good unit for PvP, for Arena. And he's very similar to Fractured Noel, but for guns, and we'll have a look at this now. So the stats are pretty good actually. Attack a little bit higher than Fractured Noel, over 7,000. That is not bad at all. And you can see here, he has a base agility of 1,100. The other unit in the game that has 1,100 is Abstract Yuri, and we all know Abstract Yuri is pretty fast in Arena. So that is already very good for this Dimos, but it is even better with Dimos. But have a look at his character skill first. Merciless Barista, Gauge level C, and 170% damage times 4, increases damage of 2 times or more chains by 30% for 30 seconds. This is only for himself, so not a party buff. And he reduces his skill cooldowns by 20% when own affinity is wind. So another gun wind specialist. We saw that with New Year's Yuri just recently. Yeah, this is kind of similar, and the second ability as well. But before we go to that, we look at the Fleetfoot, and it is 40% agility up for 60 seconds. So another unit with 40% agility. This is very strong, very fast for Arena, makes him suitable as a sniper, but also a very fast turret if you build him with full CDR gear. Yeah, 40%, the same as Fractured Noel, and this is basically the first similarity between the both. And the second one is this Dimos has also a pursuit, but it is unfortunately only a whirlwind pursuit, so he gets 50% more damage on chain attacks of 4 or more when he's equipped with a wind affinity main hand weapon. So this is like the limitation that we have with Dimos, but this is also the limitation we have with New Year's Yuri. And we have the wind subjugation gun, so we only have one gun for 2 whirlwind pursuit users now in Arena. And it's kind of a shame, but we have a look at his weapon in just a second, and then we go from there. The third ability, the same with New Year's Yuri, training, normal chance of 3 chain or more, increased by 5%, and the debris is really not that worth talking about. Defense up by 5% and agility up by 5%. It's not that good. Overall, very good costume. The Dimos only has 20 agility of rank bonus, and for example Noel has 140, so that's already 120 less, but with the 1100 base agility he makes up for that as well. So their pace is kind of similar in the end, so a very good alternative for PvP if you don't have Fractured Noel, or if you want to use the Fractured Noel and the Dimos together, along with an agility support, for example, Sinusario or Selavakia. And then we have a look at his weapon, Syringe Gun. It is a good PvP weapon as well. Good base attack, 2600 is actually quite nice for guns, especially if there is no vigor attached to this weapon, and as you can see there is no. And it has 15-14 seconds cooldown. This is 225% on a 5 hit, and this is 220% on a 4 hit. 14 and 15 seconds cooldown, along with 20% Fleetfoot and another training ability. And this weapon is good as a main hand, but not so great in the end as well. I mean, we have Subjugation Gun, and Subjugation Gun is faster and has a boon ability as well. And this one has only training. Yes, Dimos is dependent on making 4 hits or 5 to get the Whirlwind Pursuit, and this weapon certainly helps, as well as his 3rd character ability. But typically you want on these weapons, for example, Fleet Foot and Tempest Haste, so you speed up the cooldowns, or Tempest Boon to deal more damage. But the Fleet Foot is a bit unfortunate, so that's why Wind Subjugation Gun is still superior compared to this one. But if you want to run both NieR Re and Dimos, one of them has the Wind Subjugation Gun and one of them has the Syringe Gun. Okay, this is how it goes. Along with Dimos, we have one 4-star weapon. This is the AGWM26. And this is a 2-hand sword for wind, obviously, and a support weapon, a pretty good support weapon in the end. It has a defense down 30% for 30 seconds on skill 1, and a Tempest Crush, 15% more damage from wind attacks for 30 seconds. The first ability is Tempest Boon, and the second one Tempest Haste. So these 2 abilities there, they are pretty nice, okay? They are pretty good. The weapon skills are on 20 seconds cooldown, so it is actually not that hard to stack, for example, the defense down with this weapon alone. That is an option. Other than that, a 2-hand sword is good stats and pretty good support skills, so you can't really argue against this weapon. It is actually pretty good. And then we have a 3-star staff, the Novus staff, with a 4-hit Blitz and a 3-hit Ripper. The abilities is Toughness 8% and Tempest Haste. I think that's the first 3-star weapon with haste ability, so that is pretty interesting. So we can expect to get more of these in the future. Unfortunately, this staff is pretty trash, even though it has Tempest Haste. And there we go. That is the new Bloodless Gunman. Will be certainly interesting to see Arena the next couple of days, but expect him to basically fill the role of New Year's NieR Re, because some people already tried her as a sniper, but without good support it's pretty hard to get NieR Re up there above 3000 agility. But this Dimos, he can actually reach this threshold on his own pretty much, and most of the time you have Sario or Slovakia along with your team, so he gets even faster, okay? The only thing that he lacks is damage. Sometimes, I think, because the Whirlwind Pursuit is pretty limiting, and he also is only able to use wind weapons, so either his own or the Subjugation Gun, but certainly a good costume, and finally another one of the original series. Let me hear in the comments down below what you think about this new Dimos. Will you pull for him? Keep in mind he will be available at 100 shards, so that is actually pretty nice. You can also trade the weapon for 100 shards, but I would definitely go for Dimos if I would pull here. And other than that, I wish you a nice rest of your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!